Over the past couple of months, I've started to double down on my altcoin positions because in this bull market, we've seen Bitcoin already break through previous cycle highs, and we're yet to see Ethereum break through those previous highs as well. But in every single bull market, it runs in a very similar process. Phase one is where we see Bitcoin start to rally. Money from large institutions and investors pours into Bitcoin. Then it starts to transition from Bitcoin into Ethereum. We see Ethereum start to outperform Bitcoin, and we hear talks of a potential flipping. Phase three is where we see large cap projects really start to explode. And then phase four, where most people can have the opportunity to become millionaires, make a ton of money in a bull market, is going to be with alt season, where you see altcoins really take off. So me in particular, I've been focusing quite a lot on these smaller cap altcoins that are less than $100 million in market cap, that have real potential, real utility, and have strong teams and communities behind them. And that brought me to a project called Inspect, symbol INSP. It is a layer 2 project for Twitter, which is now known as X. And the thing about this project, if you go over and look at it on Twitter, we're going to go over all the details of it, but it's followed by some of the biggest names in the crypto space. It's followed by major projects like Solabrador, Workout App, Shido, but also some of the biggest influencers in the space, like Cyril, Alt Crypto Gems, Cousin Crypto, Mario Nawfal, Bull.bnb, Your Crypto DJ. Like, this list goes on and on. Pentoshi, Mason Versilius. We could keep going on and on. But this is a project I think has so much attention from big names in the crypto space, is because it is a project that ultimately is designed to be a layer 2 for X. And ultimately, X is the #1 social platform used by crypto investors. If you've been in the crypto space for a while, then you've probably gotten a lot of your info, a lot of your news, a lot of your research from Twitter. And Inspect is built and integrated into X's platform, which offers huge potential. There's hundreds of millions of users on X, and ultimately, this is going to be the go-to tool for crypto investors on X in the future, because it allows you to recognize market trends, look at upcoming NFT mints. It allows you to see stats just directly within the platform. So if you go ahead and you just look at, for example, we could see with some accounts on Twitter, if we just go to, let's say, Bored Ape Yacht Club, we can look at Bored Ape Yacht Club, click on this, because I've already downloaded the Google Chrome extension for X, and you can see that right here. It has, tens of thousands of downloads, over 50,000 users, about 4,000 ratings. But if you go over and you look at, let's say, Bored Ape Yacht Club, you can then click on this, which pops up once you have this Google Chrome extension downloaded, and you can see all the details about Bored Ape Yacht Club directly on X without having to leave the platform. This is just all through Inspect's tool. So you could see team members. If you click on these, it brings you to their Twitter profiles. You could see top community members, and you can see all this information, including like the unique number of NFTs from this collection that are being used as a PFP, 7,718. All of these details are just directly here. You could also click on see more, and you'll see even more details about the project. It'll bring you just directly to that. So that's something that is really cool. Also, in addition to NFT collections, you could see just random people's profiles. If they have an NFT as their profile picture, you could go ahead, click on this, and it'll show you what's in their portfolio, NFTs, transactions, X-Score, and it just uses this, does this by analyzing their wallet address connected to their profile and like the NFT in their profile. You also could go ahead and look at major projects, let's say like BNB Chain. You could click on Inspect, and you could see, look, you have the opportunities to earn, vote BNB. You could see the current price, where it's trading at. You could look at, over the last hour, day, week, month, year. You can see all these different things, even including news about the project. And this is just directly through the Google Chrome extension for Inspect. So I think the reason why we have seen so many people be a part of this project, follow this project on Twitter, and really help it grow tremendously over the last couple of months is because of its real world utility for crypto investors. And if you see, crypto investors do a lot of their talking, a lot of their research, a lot of their interactions over on X. So that's something that I really like about it. In addition to this, with Inspect, Recently, they had a few major partnerships that are game changers. You can see that recently they announced a major partnership with SUI Network. That was one of the primary data providers across the SUI ecosystem. It says they're launching a dedicated infrastructure layer to elevate the experience for over 8 million active users, infusing the SUI ecosystem with unparalleled insights and comprehensive data. You can see all the details about this, and this is something that is a huge partnership for Inspect. You can see that they also had another major partnership recently with AIT Protocol. They said they're proud to announce a role as a core miner and validator for a Tau Einstein AIT subnet. They said together with AIT Protocol, they're leading the charge in crafting a more decentralized and innovative Web3 AI ecosystem. They had another major partnership with Forbes Web3, and one of the biggest ones that I'm most excited about is with Pal AI. So you can see that with their partnership with Pal AI, it says, look, welcome Inspector. Welcome Inspect XYZ, the first ever layer 2 for X, designed to bridge Web 2 to Web 3, over 300,000 users, backed by some of the biggest names, even like Alex Becker, AVAX, and more. And it says, look, Inspect is a social analytics platform that empowers investors and enthusiasts with insights into the market, fostering innovation and accessibility in the Web 3 ecosystem. So this is one of the biggest AI cryptos, one of the biggest, hyped AI cryptos, Pal AI, in the space, and seeing that they have this partnership with Inspect is something that is really, really cool. In addition to this, if you look, once you have the Google Chrome extension downloaded for Inspect, you could then just go ahead and without having to leave any of these pages, you can interact with accounts without even having to be on their profile page. For example, with Pal AI, you could just go ahead, click on Inspect. We can see all the details about the token, trading volume, news, and this is something that is really, really useful if you're a crypto investor. So you can see this is just a post that I interacted with. If I hover over the profile, it's going to say that I could use Inspect to then see what's going on with their profile. That's something that is really cool, and even with relevant people as well. It just provides you so much data on people's wallet addresses, maybe what they've held, their previous transactions, all of this, and that's something that I really, really like. Next thing I want to go over is going to be with Inspect's other tools, because with Inspect, if you go ahead and you look at something called their rankings, you could go ahead and see that with Inspect on the website, you could click on collections and profiles. It's just under the dashboard, and you can see it right here. But this ultimately allows you to go ahead and filter like which profiles have the biggest global reach based on, let's say, number of posts they have per day. Let's say less than 10 posts a day. Which ones are really getting the biggest global reach, biggest growth over the last few weeks. You can see like Base, Solana Sensei, it just ranks them. You could then go by 10 to 50 tweets a day, and you could see Twitter profile global reach of these. You could see 50 plus tweets a day, the ones with the biggest reach here. And it says, Borovic.Sol. Just shows you all of these details. In addition to this, you could also do it for collections and look at different NFT collections. And you also could go ahead and do it by chain. So we could filter by, all chains, Ethereum, Solana, Matic, AVAX. You could even filter it by size. So this has a ton of utility and real world use cases that you can directly implement if you're a crypto investor and you're actively, using social media for your research on different crypto projects. Right now, this project is, like I said, right around that $36 million market cap range. And if you look at it recently, it has had a nice pullback to a strong support. If you look at it over the last couple of months, this project has had a very strong support right at this 17.5 to 18.5 cents per coin range. And that's currently where we're at. We see this bit of a downward trend over the last couple of weeks, and it finally looks like we're just about breaking out of this downward trend. So if we zoom in, we can see that, look, we finally have broken above that key downward trend, and now we just need to see, continued support and rallying a bit higher to then potentially retest highs, which are right around that 40 cents per token range. This project is one that I easily think could be a couple $100 million market cap, and that is why I did add some to my position. You can see it's currently available on some of the world's top exchanges like MEXC, Bybit, KuCoin, Gate.io, BitGet, and many more. And this is a project I think has a ton of potential because of what it's doing. It has real world utility. It makes, investing in crypto even easier, especially if you're an X user. And like I I said, they have some of the biggest names by far in the crypto space that are actively talking about them, following them on Twitter, and this is something that I personally really like to see.